Everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there.
I'm kicking the ball. Yep. First. Why you put him in?
Corey
Over Jay Ajayi?
Because I want to. Make sure Zach Ertz in there.
Who?
I see. Alright, Malcolm T.
Oh, you do have Jalen Mills.
At Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the Eagles. Second-year man Jake Elliott to get it started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. On the return, here's Trey Edmonds. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now you change yours. Hall of Fame is only in 2K.
Oh.
They go play action here on first down. And Josh Hill has it. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this
did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Wentz to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 45 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now, meanwhile,
Corey.
pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Throwing now is Wentz. Got him in. Open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 8 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Edmonds. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's going to get it running right. And now running, and he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Darren Sproles taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Added in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And here's Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. New Orleans Saints take the field again. The NFC South champion New Orleans Saints. They are officially that with that victory last week over Tampa Bay 28-14. So they're 11-2, and if the season ended right now, they would be, Charles, the #1 seed in the NFC.
And NFC South absolutely terrific. He's going to set another record, breaking the one he set last year for completion percentage in the season. But the defense, we hardly ever talk about the Saints defense, and we should. They've allowed just 13 points per game in their last 5 games. Even in the loss to Dallas, they only gave up 13 points.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on.
Here it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Play action to Sproles. Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Pushing his way through. Oh, now he bowls it over. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball thrown in the middle of the field is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To throw, it's Breeze. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Wentz forced out to his left. Finding some room in midfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of the dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. And the collision there jarred the ball loose. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Hold on. What gun is doing? Wait, what? Here we go.
Now Breeze. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. That may be lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
But I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Even though I can't, I'm trying to resist it. I'm used to so many.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Well, the Philadelphia Eagles, Charles, they had a tough loss last week against Dallas. That drops them to 6 and 7. And you and I have talked before about sort of a Super Bowl letdown season, if you will, and they certainly seem to be. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
I don't know what that
He
went to sleep
now
because
as
he
they
got
get ready to take
He's
over
about
here.
to
And
still, he's just
following the
a
interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
He's still my friend.
I think you are.
And the
Oh,
pressure
God.
gets
I
to
gotta be
Breeze as
sad.
he's taken down. Brandon Graham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Oh.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 44 yards.
Are you
Similar
looking
to a
at my
slant,
finger?
it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael O'Manawanui from 13 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it,
Somebody watching?
to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Oh, I know. Oh.
What?
Don't hit the bed. Keep the lights on. Okay. Bye.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that.
That's
tough.
She said tell Davies to go. I'm a who?
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Tell her she's a faggot.
On the return, it's Wendell Smallwood. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
One thing I love about practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded it. And
I forgot who I was. I thought it was
and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Breeze now. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 32 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. So, wow, he scrambles right, throws across his body all the way back to the left, but it worked out.
Wouldn't you just love to hear the thought process of the offensive coordinators that play unfolded? And I think a lot
You had a
of those,
full conversation.
No. Nice throw, man.
I also like to hear the quarterback what's going on in his head as that ball leaves his hand.
Oh, please let it get there because otherwise we're
Why?
in big trouble.
You can if you want to. I'm just saying that.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Smallwood on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Why can not use it the rest of the
All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. Wentz now to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him.
Wait,
Do they
didn't I
think
have
he
a
can snap it
quarterback
back
on
into
this
gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a
I
little
didn't
bit.
know. I didn't create one of
Right
these.
after the turnover, they come out throwing.
Stupid.
And that
It
means
was
it's
a wide
sudden
receiver
change
on the
situation. We used to
Jaguars.
practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there.
Of course.
That's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play
You
caller,
want me to
you've already
go?
looked ahead and
I
anticipated
was
this type
down.
of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Where is it? Oh, shoot. I picked the wrong thing.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Well, now they'll try the end around. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like?
Shoot, no, I missed.
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to 5. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Smallwood on the return.
No!
Return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the
I promise you, we're getting better at kick
At
returns.
some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really
I'll
know.
be back. Where you going? My mom in there asleep and they in there playing the game. You want one?
What is that?
A man, look,
Orangutan.
no, it's not. That's an animal. It's a mandarin, whatever it's called.
Oh, Zion's on.
That's not
When
zombie.
he was out, it said his XX something name.
Stupid. He has Xbox, not PlayStation. That's the dude, but that's not him.
Oh, I thought it was him. It's chill.
Their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my
Zion
bad.
will never
Let's
be
go back out
this
there
way.
and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now Wentz throwing on second down.
Wait, what?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here.
Every
before
time
we
you
get
do
to
a sweep
halftime.
and you hit the dude, he turns this way and he dropped the ball. That's
Breeze
crazy.
hands to Ingram. Ingram churning.
Told
He
you.
lost the
Told you
football.
he was gonna
And
turn
the
it over.
Eagles have recovered.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning it in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. All these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On play action, Wentz rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Okafor in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. A final shot before half for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. The CD, by the way, we have some news from the esports world. First major of the new year. The Madden Classic was held in Las Vegas during Week 14 of the NFL season. 170 players.
Yeah, did you see the money?
Over $150,000 in prize money.
Not so bad. Not too shabby.
And your winner, I'll let you do the under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. And now the young man has it. It's a fake.
No. Oh, biggie.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him. He was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael O'Matawanui. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. And now running right through it. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
And a loose football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On play action, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Hey, easy.
On play action, now Breeze. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jordan Hicks coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Here's Breeze. And it is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Play action. Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And trotting back out there now, this Saints defense. Recovered the fumble up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Just what you talked about. Took away the ball at the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it again. They are locked in and feeling good about how this game is going.
And they're playing free. They're playing loose.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You know, sometimes it can be a bad thing if you're too free, too loose, and you give up your responsibilities. But not this unit. They are ready to go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wentz. Buying time to his left. And some strong running. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Sproles. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on first is Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Sproles. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. There we go.
Throwing now is Wentz. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Sheldon Rankins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, they're like, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up in interception.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 39 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott good with a PAT. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Breeze. And Watson has it right side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Here's Breeze to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous.
Grade 15, grade 15. Black, come on. Great. What's on? 81.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Back near the goal line, here's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. They got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get it with under 1 minute to go now in the football game. They go play action here on 1st down. As he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Once again here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction. That's going to cost his game.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 6 there on first. Now Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. The defensive rookie of the year, Marshawn Lattimore, there in coverage for New Orleans. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
To throw, it's Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Ken Crawley. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Long in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Watch me win now.
Here's the Eagles' second-year
At
man,
first, that was
Jake
kind of a
Elliott, to
cheap
get us
game
started.
because
And off we
you
go
kept
from
going
Lincoln
all stuff in
Financial
Madison.
Field.
So,
And here's
yeah,
Lewis. And look
yes,
at
you
this. Right away, a loose football.
You
And
missed
they're
it
going to
once
set up
every
shop at the
time.
27-yard line.
Most of the time,
Never seen anything about history.
And he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
I need to
Shut
start
up,
it.
shut up.
I don't want to do it.
Take care of the ball.
You're
All the
acting
things he hears
stupid.
all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now it's a giant. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Dancing to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. There's the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. First down. Wentz now on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz steps, and the pressure gets to him again. Alex Okafor. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a good...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Now he steps away. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the
Oh,
wayside.
yeah.
Now a second down throw for the
What are you
end
doing?
zone,
You
but
don't
it's
even do nothing,
incomplete.
Marshawn.
So the long
Let him
attempt
run.
falls
You're
innocently
retarded.
to the ground,
You know
and it
what?
brings up
They talk
third.
like that.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe he'd try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense not getting out of their lanes.
Well, no, you
And
don't-
stopped
you
a
don't
few
have to
yards
do
shy of
that.
the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
List by two. Forky, 82, Forky.
They'll try to run with a J. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. J&J, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. In his own end zone, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 99 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. They run with a J. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. On play action, it's Wentz. Steps away. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now a play fake. Wentz. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
40, 82, 40.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll get it up the middle. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Play action. Now Wentz. Out to his left. He may try and run, and the Eagles are in for 6. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of the...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Edmonds. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Ajayi. Shelling through the defense. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. This is a jump. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. They fake the give. Now Wentz being chased out left. Now he'll let inside the 15. A gain of 32 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Breaks a tackle. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 about the 4. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space. Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah, my grandmother used to say it smelled terrible. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Brees to throw on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 1st down, Brees. That's caught by Meredith, right side. Fancy footwork at the 45.
Whoa.
Whoa. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, 65 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And some room to maneuver. Jay Ajayi's gonna go. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi. Elliott on for the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He gets it to Thomas. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Eagles have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Demario Davis there on the stop. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. On play action, Wentz forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Breeze picked up by his former teammate, Malcolm Jenkins. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Throwing on first is Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Big man got popped by a quarterback.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He said, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Oh, Allison.
They'll start out on the ground with a Giant. Oh, what a move. Still going. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now from the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the score, the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he floats one there, incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Ajayi first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Right back to him on first down. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to...
Now Breeze lost the football.
Oh, no.
Back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Oh, no.
That was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And off his back, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure. They will. Slips past him. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. They run for it with Ajayi. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crap.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Thomas, the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz, escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Edmonds. And he'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
This position, trying to get back into the game. Teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Eagles have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Wentz to throw on second down. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Jordan Hicks able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Whoa, wait, what?
Michael Thomas.
Alright.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
Wait, hold on. This game is rigged.
And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. Now Breeze again. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Is that the middle linebacker in the middle? Yeah.
Wentz now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Ertz has it left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I need somebody to get behind me. Can I hike it? Thank you.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and out onto the field comes New Orleans. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
An afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We're good.
They run again with Ajayi. Ajayi, 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
And how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Brees now on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this go deep. Back, and that's caught inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Offside defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Wentz to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. And they'll go on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
So a pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
Now a handoff looking right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. play action. It's Wentz. He'll buy some time right and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
That's nothing, Charles.
You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop it.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them.
I
Hey,
know
listen,
you're
get the
happy.
points for me. They're not
Lost.
worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
I came back when you did it. Alright, people, that's the end of the live stream. And a live stream tomorrow, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Oh, they even